Okay, so morning everyone. Again back to the our regular classes. It's a 9 a.m. IST. Okay, so let's start with the after the backup, restore, and replication. So now let's start with the small table replication. Sorry, table partitioning here, right? So there is a concept in HANA database partitioning, which means you can split column store tables into smaller tables in a single host or multi-host systems. You can do it here. It's mainly for the multi-host systems. We need to split the some of the table entries, right? So that is the more manageable parts. Using the partitioning option, we can do that one here, right? So normally in SAP, there is a limitations here. If any table has more than 2 billion records, 2 billion records, then we can go for partitioning. We can go for the partitioning here, right? So there is a limitation 2 billion records. So if any table entry has more than 2 billion records, we can go for the partitioning. Partitioning means so to split the column store tables into smaller tables. That is called the partitioning here, right? So to avoid the performance issues and some kind of functionalities here, we can use the so partitioning option. We can use it here. Partitioning option, we can use it in the systems here, right? So this is a technique. The partitioning technique is used to divide the large tables into the smaller and more manageable pieces is called the partitioning here. So this is done to improve the query performance, reduce the storage requirement, and simplify the data management and related activities. So we have to use the so partitioning option. We can use it here. Okay, that is the more important thing here. So what are the benefits here? So and also if you are using this technique, and also you should know about the benefits also, right? So what are the benefits here, right? The improve the query performance. It will improve the query performance here. That is one of the important thing here. Query performance here. This will improve the query performance, and also it will reduce storage requirement. It will reduce the storage requirements here. Why? Because it will go to the multiple partitions, some records, so that it will reduce the storage requirement and simplified data management here. Why? Because data management. So why data management is simplified here? So because because partitioning makes it easier to manage the large data sets as a each partition that can be managed independently. That's why it's a simplified data management here. And also enhanced data security. Enhanced so data security also here, right? So how the data security, how the partition will help to the enhanced data security means partition allows for so finger-grained access control, as access can be restricted to the specific partition also we can restrict it, right? Why? Because data will go to the multiple partitions, then each partition means multiple folders here. So if I talk about this one here, so if I talk about this is the large folder, then this folder is we are splitting into the smaller chunks into the each partition. We are splitting into the smaller chunks means 2 billions, then half billion, like that we are splitting the smaller chunks here. That is called the partition here, right? That is the main thing here. So in that they are the based upon the partition algorithms here. We have the so types of partitions we have here, right? Size limitations and everything, right? So now we can based upon the algorithms, and response time also will be improved here. And there the partition here, we have the three types of partitions we have in the HANA database here. One is the hash partitioning here, right? That is called, the one is called the hash partitioning here. One is the hash partitioning, and second one is the round robin uh, round robin round robin partitioning, and the third one is called the range partitioning here. Range partition here. So right, there are the three types of partitioning here. In the single level partitioning we have the three types here. One is the hash, round robin, and range partitioning here, right? So hash partitioning means the rows are distributed equally. To perform the load balancing, the rows are equally distributed here. That is the hash partitioning. Okay, the rows, suppose like 2 billion records, you are going with the two partitioning here. The rows will be equally 1 billion plus 1 billion, 2 billion. The rows will be equally distributed here. Here we don't require in detailed information about the table content and partitioning type, right? That is the here. So round robin is the rows are equally distributed to the each partition same, but here new rows also equally assigned to the each partition. New rows also equally assigned to the each partitioning here, right? So that is called the hash round robin partitioning here, right? So hash partitioning also same, but here you don't require for hash and the round robin, you don't require in-depth knowledge here. In-depth knowledge here. Why? Because so this required the hash partitioning. So just you can simply in the navigation screen you can select the how many number of partitions you required, that you can select it here. So based on that it will go with this one. So this is so column it takes the column as a input. Based upon the column value we need to select the column value when the time of doing the partitioning as a input, then it will generate the hash code. So that it should be means it will distribute the rows here. It will distribute the rows here. That is the main here, right? So this is the fixed hash is the very simple actually hash partitioning here, right? So divided the into partitions, right? Whatever the entries you have, that entries is divided the data into the partitioning here, right? It will allows users to define hash partitioning. One column id we have to value, we have to generate it as a input. Then so when this is used to determine the partitioning, data will be used, should be stored, data will be stored here. That is called the hash partitioning. And round robin, it's a round robin mechanism wise the data will be inserted, right? The range partitioning based upon the values wise. So in this partitioning, the we have to define the values. Based upon the values, the range partitioning will happen here, right? The dedicated partition for certain values. So here we require the in-depth knowledge of the range partitioning, which values you need to do the partitioning, the columns and everything, that require the in-depth knowledge here, right? That is the one of the important thing here, right? So here using the HANA Studio or using the queries, we can do the partitioning here in the HANA Studios. Or so normally HANA Studios are with the SQL commands, the commands we can use it to perform the partitioning here. The main thing is partitioning means so smaller larger tables we can divide it into the smaller tables. Larger tables we can divide it into the, there is a limitation in SAP. To overcome these limitations we need to use the, to overcome that limitations we need to use the this procedure, we have to use it here. This procedure we have to use it here. Okay, that is called the so size limitations. Normally if the more data is there in the system in the table, so it will take some time to grab the data. Suppose if you do the partitioning of the table, if you do the partitioning of the table, what will happen? So the two tables, two partitions will be created. It is easy to get the to grab the data from the systems here. That's why people will prefer the this hash, round robin and table partitioning. We will do it here, right? So this is the value based one. This is the round robin means, so round robin mechanism wise This is the equally the rows will be distributed here. That is the one symptom here, right? In the HANA Studio, we can perform this partitioning. In the HANA Studio, we can perform HANA Studio level, or in the SQL console level also we can perform the partitioning here, right? So if I go to the here, then let me check the which one we have the is the so let me check in AKPS4 HANA 2. Here we have the any HANA database is active. Yes, here it is there. It is stopped status. Let me start it here. It is stopping only taking the time. Okay, that's fine. So anybody knows the password of the HD1? HD1? HD1. There is a 59 someone installed. HD1. So let's try. So what is the instance number of this HD1? 04. 04. So 04 instance number and multi-container system database. Next. So system, and if I use the same password, no, it's not working. I don't know what is the password and who installed this one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here I will show you in another database. Um, yeah, I think here. Okay, so I connected to the one of the database here. So where the tables are exist under the catalog here. Under the catalog, if you go to the schema here, we have the tables, list of tables here, right? Where the list of tables are available here. So here, if you see here, I will filter the table by, I will filter the table. Suppose like take example, one of the BKPF table, finance table here, right? So let's see in this table how many entries are there here in this table, in this finance table, how many entries are there here. If you open the so data preview here, so you can see the lot of entries here, right? Here we have the lot of entries here what I can do here, so here, so we need to do the partitioning of this table. There are a lot of entries are there here, right, in this table. So then right click on here, show the table distribution, show the table distribution here. The main aim of this partitioning is if any larger table more than 2 billion records, we need to do the partitioning here. Then you can use the BK, so PF here, BKPF table partitioning here, right? So then here in the BKPF here, you can see So just select the table here. It will tell you the so partitioning and how many entries are there here. All the information. There are the records here. 6,63,000 records are there here. Right? There are no partitioning values here. Partitioning means here you will get the partitioning IDs and everything here. So now I want to partitioning these entries. Means you can see the records here. So because you can see the record count here 6 lakhs. This will be divided here. Then you can just right click on this one, then partition the table here, then partition the table here. So here hash partitioning means here, so hash partitioning here, so the number of partitions are equal to the host. So here you can define the, so just specify the number of partitions, how many you required. Suppose you require the two partitioning here, so then you can select it here, click on the next button, right? So but here the hash partitioning you need to select that, so based upon the one column ID as a input, as I mentioned here, you need to select the column ID here, right? Mandate. So then so just click on the finish button. See here, the partitioning is running, the partitioning is done. So there the two partitioning is done here. See, 1 and 2 means two level, means only two partitioning here. Then you will record the changes here, right? The record changes are so distributed to the another partition also here, right? The changes are distributed to the two partitions. So records are distributed to the another partition also. We have done it here. And also similarly, we can also, if the partitioning is done, you want to merge those values to the non-partitioned, partition to non-partition to partition, then partition to non-partition also we can do it here, right? So then you can go back and partition the table again. So then you can select the round range partitioning also here. So range partitioning, which means it's required the some so based upon the values here. You need to define the values, single value, multi values. So which values we need to consider, which values we have to not consider. Based upon the values, we need to define the, so this range partitioning here. Based upon the values, the range means based on the values we have to define the, so this range partitioning, right? That is what required here, right? Based upon the values here, right? The values we have to define. So which values you want to insert, right? The values. So which means 1 to 100 lines, that will be the one partitioning. Then partition number 2, so 100 to 200 will be the partition number 2. Like this you can define the some own in-depth knowledge is required here, right? Based on that, so we can do the partitioning of the table entries here. But in the when you go for the hash partitioning, that will go with the based upon the number of equally distributed to the rows will be equally distributed to the, so for each partitioning here, that is the main thing here, right? That is the partitioning the table here. Just very simple. Go to the table partitioning, you can select the partitioning value. So then you can select the, so range partitioning and any partitioning here. So then you can go with the partitioning the table entries here. The basically the main aim of the partitioning is the, so large table entries we can split into the smaller chunks here. Large tables we can split into the smaller chunks here. That is called the partitioning, right? Large tables we can go with the smaller tables, that is called the partitioning here. That is the one word, one sentence you need to remember here. That is the main important thing here. Okay, so that either you can go for ash or so round robin or so range partitioning. Range partitioning is required, the some in-depth knowledge is required, so that hash is not required, the so in-depth knowledge is not required here. That is the main thing of the hash and everything here, right? So that is the partitioning option here. So you can choose any entry. If the table has more records, then only we have to go for the hash partitioning here. And the hash partitioning is used to distribute the rows to the partition equally for the load balancing purpose. So the records will be distributed equally here. right? So hash partitioning here. The range partitioning is like based upon the certain values here in a table. We have the range value ranges are there here, right? Based upon this value range, the range partitioning will happen here, right? That is the range partitioning here, right? So in multiple partition, in the multi partitioning also we have. So also if you the partitioning is done, again we can do the unpartition also. Again we can do the unpartition, means we can remove back to the previous status also. We can do that one here. That is called that non-partition to the partition we can perform it here, right? That is called the partition here. Okay. So normally in case if any table entry is more, that time only we have to use this technique to avoid the performance issues and everything. Otherwise, just you can ignore it here. That is the main thing of the partitioning here. Okay. So now, okay, that is the one. Let me start. I don't know the password of this database as well. Let me uninstall these things as well. Okay, so this is the partition. So now let's discuss about the DB upgrade. It's a very small topic, partitioning. So in case of it is more entries, then we can do that one. Otherwise, just we can ignore, no need to do the partitioning. So the next one is the DB upgrade. This is very important topic here, DB upgrade topic here. So database upgrade. So HANA DB upgrade part here. So the main, this is also very simple, same as like installation only we can perform it here. So upgrading the HANA system from one version to another version is called the, so another version that is called the HANA DB upgrade. Either HANA DB is version upgrade or support pack upgrade or a revision upgrade, the same procedure we have to follow it here. The only thing is here, before we go for the upgrade, we need to check the HANA DB upgrade always depend on the so Linux version, your version of the Linux here. Always the latest version you are installing means the latest version of the operating system version should be required. And also the main thing is the GCC, the GCC RPM packages should be, RPM package should be up to date, should be up to date here. RPM package should be up to date here. That is the main thing here. GCC RPM packages should be up to date here. Once that is done, your Linux version GCC RPM packages should be up to date here. Download the latest version of HANA-DB patch. HANA-DB patch, you can download it here. The move to application server level, move to the DB server level for upgrade purpose. Then using HANA HDB LCM tools, HANA lifecycle management tools, we can perform the upgrade. We can perform the upgrade part. Yeah, we can perform the upgrade using the HDB LCM tools. We can perform the DB upgrade here. There is only one thing here, right? So here, let's take the one of the HANA system here, which we have, right? So let's take here which system will do the HANA upgrade. This is still starting only. So if you are the lowest version of the HANA database, we can upgrade to the highest versions here, right? So let's take what versions we have in the systems. HANA DB 79 is there. Okay, we have this one. So we can check which version of the file is this. It's 77. Then we have the 79 is there. Revision upgrade we can perform it. So we can also perform the version upgrade as well here. So let's see the KP secondary here. Okay. So what is the version of this HANA Abgana? LCM, then so it's a 79. 79 we have. 79. So let's go to the SPS 08. Or you can install the 77. You can update to the 77. So you can also install the 77. You can also upgrade to the 79 also. 79 patch also there. So that is also it works here. Okay. So but we have to install now. So let me install it one of the new database. But don't uninstall this HDB whatever we are doing here. So you can just update those things. It's the same procedure. So you need the installation, how you require these things. So same way, you need the files, you need the folders, space, passwords, HDB and 00 and so similar same installation time, just upgrading. This is the upgrade work here. If we have the common one, that will be very simple for everybody to understand. It is doing the installation. This is still, see now we are doing the installation again. We will have to upgrade to the different patch levels and everything. Here it is doing the, so it is still starting mode only. It is taking time to start it. This is very quick. So before we go for the install of the HANA DB, so there is a release note from SAP, right? So we have to read the release note. That note will tell you, so that release note will give you the some information of, so what OS version we should be install it here. That is the very important. So okay, so let me show you that release version upgrade note. Okay, let me log into the service marketplace. Just log into the service marketplace. I'm logging to the service marketplace here, support and services here, the systems and provisioning. Okay, so where we will download the softwares here. Here I will show you. Uh, if you go to the software download center here, so by alphabetical index, so H for HANA, SAP HANA, SAP HANA, right? HANA platform edition here. So we have to go for the SAP HANA platform edition. The platform edition. So here HANA database here. See HANA database 2.0 here. Here Linux version, right? Linux version. So whatever the version you are going to install it, just check that version, right? So then go to the, suppose like you are going to the SPS 07 77 to 79 revision upgrade, then or if you are going to the ET SPS 08, always we need to check the so release note content info, which means it will provide you the some information on so what version is required. All the information will be displayed here, right? Suppose like if you go to the every HANA patch, there is a release note here. There is a release note here. Suppose like if you see the latest version of the release note here, so here you will come to know if you go to the hardware requirements for the HANA database that we know. And so HANA OS release requirement here. What are the operating system packages are required? If you go with the operating system packages here, right? Hardware requirements. If you see the hardware requirements for HANA, certified hardware vendors that we know, right? So then if you go with the HANA supported operating systems here, so if you go to the here, the release note, either Red Hat Linux and SUSE Linux here. So in the Red Hat Linux version for the solutions, then SUSE Linux for the versions 15 SP06 is the latest version. So HANA 2.0 SPS 05, 07, 08 starting with the 59, 77. This will support in the latest version. Then lowest versions you see here, this is the version. So HANA upgrade, there is a dependency on the operating systems here. So mandatory operating system version should be up to date here. Mandatory operating system version should be up to date, right? That is the main thing. As per this release note, then you will come to know the which version you have to install. And in this release note, what are the upgrades, what are the issues they have fixed it, all the information is recorded in these versions here. So we need to update those things here, right? So in this way we can update the our HANA systems. So we need, before upgrading we need to so check that part here, right? So currently, so we have, so one of the HANA database we have here, right? So we have the one HANA database we have, which is SPS 07 only, right? If you go with this one, so you can see the SPS 07 and means SPS 07 patch level 7. Now we are going to the 77, right? We are going to upgrade to the SPS 07 only, but 79 patch level we are going here, 79 here, right? In this case, so if you are the client and if you are the DB and client, if you any add-ons or plugins, you need to update the add-ons and plugins also here. So now the version is we have. So now we are going to upgrade to the 79, right? Then 79 we are going to upgrade it here, right? Go to the CD, this one, the latest 79 version here, right? Go to the HANA database. Go to the HDB LCM, right? Ignore. Pick underscore signature underscore file. So then we are going to upgrade it here, right? From 77 to 79, right? Select the existing version, right? Same HDB LCM tools only for the installation, for the upgrade also. If you click 2, then it will install the new database. Then in this case, you need to click the one index, right? Updating the HANA system here, right? So all the components, yes. So then it will ask the root user only, you need to start the upgrade or installation, right? So then it will ask the system and system user password. It will ask it. You need to provide the all the details here. Click on the yes button. Then upgrading the HANA database will be simple. It's very quick here. The only thing is your operating system version should be match. How to check the operating system version? So you can go to the cat etc-os. So if you execute this command cat-etc-os-release, then you will come to know the your operating system version and everything. Ana SUSE Linux server SP06 here, right? So then we can get like this, we can get the operating system versions and everything. So see here, now updating the packages and everything here. Very simple. ANA installations and ANA upgrades are very simple here. Right? See, stopping and starting. Simple. So HANA upgrade will be so you are done. Only thing is you need to make sure what is the operating supported operating systems here. You need to update it here. Then hardware requirements whether you are meeting or not. And one more thing is here. So packages, operating system packages here. So what operating system packages you have to, which version it should be, right? So it's as part of the OS upgrade, it's already updated, then you don't need to take the any action here. So the GCC libraries you need to update it here. That is the GCC libraries. GCC libraries you have to update on the SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux operating systems here. So then that RPM package, then only HANA will be installed. Otherwise, HANA will give you the trouble here. Using these commands, we will come to know what is the version of the this one. Then we can update it here, right? That is the HANA upgrade action here, right? So now it is starting the services. See, in case of it is the high availability systems, in case of it is the high availability system here, what we have to do? So first secondary you need to patch it here, then first secondary you need to patch it here, then primary you have to patch it. That's it. But application should be stopped status here. Why? Because HANA is restarting here automatically. So you need to start the SAP applications on top of the HANA database and do the upgrade secondary, then primary you have to do that one here. So in case of replication, you no need to break the replication. With replication on only you can perform the upgrade. So that's not a problem. So because when the replication will works from lower environment to higher environment, but replication it won't work from higher version to lower version, which means if you do the primary first and then secondary replication, it won't work. So first we have to do the secondary, then we have to perform the primary. That is the main thing here. So now let's see. So here we have the starting, right? Just refresh it here, right? See 79. So HANA got upgraded here, right? The revision upgrade. So HANA got upgraded from SPS 07 to 77 to 79 only. We can also upgrade to the 80 also here. But your OS version should match it here. You should have the meet OS version here, right? Then only we can upgrade the our HANA versions, HANA systems here. Okay, that is the one important thing. Okay, this is the so we can download the patch, we can upgrade it here. Got it? Very simple actually. So you have the files are there. So you can proceed with the so installation of the systems and everything here. So here we have the HDB is there. So let's see the what is the version here we have in the secondary. So 79 already there here. So then what we can do here, let me If you have the any 80 version, 80 version, so SPS 080 is there. Okay. So then what we can do, we can also upgrade to the 80, any version. Okay. The only thing is the common procedure here, dot slash HDB LCM hyphen ignore, right? Check underscore signature file. We can have to ignore the signature file here. Okay. So then, so you are going to update the, so SPS 07 to SPS 08, right? One for this one. Then all the components here, right? All the components. So then all the components you are going to HDB LCM. There is a LSS already active in the SPS 08. That is the main thing. Okay, I is not starting in this batch. So similar procedure we have to perform it here as well here, right? Dot slash HDB LCM. Otherwise, you can also use the UPD update. You can also use the UPD updating the HANA systems here, right? So that is the one thing here. But so we have to follow the similar procedures. Any upgrade, we have to follow the similar procedure here. Okay. So now see, it's fully done. This is done. So HANA system is updated, components and HANA system got updated here. This is the main thing here. Okay. This is the HANA upgrade activities. So in the KPS4 HANA, you can perform the HANA upgrade to the, so you can just perform the upgrades. Same upgrade you can install one more time, so that will be installed. Okay. That's the table partitioning HANA upgrade for today. So the next one we have the DB refresh, DB three steps. So restore and DB upgrade, sorry, DB post refresh steps, what we have to do. So DB refresh activities. Normally we will call the system refresh activities and the DB refresh activities here. Okay, that is the one we have. So just to do the practice, the main thing is you need to do the, so practice of the ANA Studio, how to stop, start, and what are the overview things, landscape tab, alerts tab, performance tabs, parameter changes, stop and starts, reviewing the log file. This is the very important for the supporting upgrades, installations. These are the very important replication modes. These things are very important. Okay, concentrate on this way. So not for all the activities. If you concentrate it, you don't have time also here for the interviews and everything preparations. So please concentrate on the these topics only. Okay. Any questions, anyone? So you have the KPS4 and KPS4 and 2 are available. So you can utilize it here. If required, you can just uninstall it. Again, you can install on the KPS4 and 2. Okay.